Hi, Linda Bowen here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today is a video, technique video, and I'm going to do some collage stamping. Collage stamping used to be really popular. We did a lot of it, and I haven't done that for a long time, so I thought I would share that. Plus, I'm going to do an Eclipse card with it. I'm using the Comfort and Hope stamp set, and I have a piece of very vanilla. This measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. And first what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my crumb cake ink pad, and I am just going to do a collage. Just randomly stamp the images like so. And I'm going to take the little dots and just stamp. Now I can re-ink each time, or I can stamp and then stamp again, so it just gives me another color, a different shade. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my gray granite ink pad and the little, I call that screen stamp. I don't know what else you would call it. And again, I'm just going to stamp randomly, stamping and then stamping again to get a variety of shades of color. So that's what I've got going on there. Next, what I'm going to bring in is I'm going to bring in my peacock, pretty peacock ink pad, and I'm going to take those leaves, I guess they are, or I don't know, they're not really leaves, maybe seed pods we can call them. And again, I'm just going to stamp them. I'm kind of stamping them around the center. There is another set of dots from that stamp, so I'm just going to fill in with those where I see that there maybe is some lack of color. So I've got that. I'm going to set that aside for now, because now I'm going to bring in just a 1/2 inch piece of very vanilla, and I am going to grab, now I know it's right around here somewhere. Here it is. It is my lovely Labels Pick a Punch. Now this is pretty cool. It's got 2 different designs, and you can make it in 3 different sizes. There's 3 different channels. I wrote the sizes on the back of my stamp with my Sharpie. They're 1/2 inch, 3/4, and inch, because I have a tendency to forget, and it looks like I used the 3/4 inch. So I'm just going to push that in my punch. Oops, I guess I better open it up. There we go. So we're going to push that in the punch, and we're going to punch that, the one end. And then I'm going to take my words, Comfort and Hope, and I'm going to stamp. Again, this is the pretty peacock. Oops, and I stamped that in the crumb cake. I really wanted that in the peacock, so I'm going to see if I can salvage that, and then now stamp that in the peacock. That's why it's best for me to close my ink pads up. There, I like that better. I'm going to put that back in and punch it. So I've got that. I'm going to go ahead and close up my ink pads and set them aside. And I'm going to bring in my rectangle die, my stitched rectangle, and I'm going to kind of place it at an angle like so. I've got little Post-it note flags to hold it in place. I'm going to grab my cut and emboss machine. This is the new machine, the large machine that Stampin' Up! Has come out with. The smaller one will be available sometime soon. Not sure when that will be, but really liking this machine. Gives a nice crisp cut. Something else I'm going to recommend, when you are using the stitch rectangles, never put them through this way. Always put your dies through with the smallest width going through first. You will find that you'll get a lot better cut. So you've got that. Bring that back. These little embossing anchors with the Post-it note work so well. I'm gonna pop that out. And then I have a piece of the peacock. This measures 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I'm just going to put this on the back, just giving it a little bit of that peacock color. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that rectangle that I cut out, and I am going to add some dimensionals. Just the dimensional strips, that extra on the side. And I could just put it over top like this, but and make it even, but I'm going to twist it at a little bit of an angle. I'm then going to grab my punch out. Now I have taken and already die cut another pretty peacock label, and we're going to put that like right about there. I'm going to cover up that crumb cake mistake and put my verse on like so. And then I'm going to add that to a standard card base, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at the 4 1/4. Going to add some adhesive. And there you have it, a very fun, easy way to give some dimension to your card with the collage stamping and then the Eclipse look with your dies. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.